Hi, so it is week 3 of AEW's Continental Classic this week, and we're going to go through the roundup and the matches and the current standings of the Continental Classic after 4 big matches across AEW television this week. We had our first match on AEW Dynamite this week in the Gold League, which it was Kazuchika Okada versus Jungle Jack Perry, whose first match this was, replacing the now injured Darby Allin. The match was a great Continental Classic debut for Jack Perry as he impressed, including one Don Callis, which was obviously respected after the match, but the current Continental Champion and Universal Champion Kazuchika Okada did manage to get the win as expected by most people. The match was a great show up by both guys, but Jack Perry did surprise a lot, and honestly, quite deservedly so. I thought it was a great show out, but overall, still didn't do enough to get the win, still sitting on 0 points, but Kazuchika Okada managing to get another 3 points, boosting that lead. Our second match was also on Dynamite in the Gold League. It was Kyle Fletcher, the stablemate of Kazuchika Okada with the Don Callis family, and also one of the leaders in the Continental Classic this year so far, versus Jet Speed Speedball Mike Bailey, who was looking for his first 3 points going into this match. Now, Speedball's tag team partner, Kevin Knight, had an excellent show out in debatably the match of the tournament so far against Kyle Fletcher the week prior, and this match obviously followed suit. This match, in my personal opinion, was not as good as the Kevin Knight, but it was still excellent. It's debatably some people's match of the tournament so far. It's up there for me. It's possibly just behind the Kevin Knight match so far. It was a phenomenal match, and both guys really went at it. A tale of resilience, and honestly, Speedball entered the match injured at first, but somehow managed to also hurt Kyle Fletcher. So every time a guy kicked out, it was more impressive than the last. It was an incredible match going right down to the wire, with Speedball getting the roll-up victory with a minute to spare on the timer, giving him his first 3 points of the tournament against Kyle Fletcher in a massive shock upset win. Now, we have 2 more matches left, and they're both on AEW Collision, which was in Cardiff this week, where it was a big, massive event in the UK. And our first match was also our only match of the Blue League this week, where it was Claudio Castagnoli versus the Don Callis family stablemate, yet again, Konosuke Takeshita. Now, Konosuke Takeshita's previous match was Death Rider leader and stablemate of Claudio, Jon Moxley, where Jon Moxley managed to lose against Konosuke Takeshita, meaning Claudio Castagnoli and Takeshita were both on level pegging going into this match, both as leaders on 6 points. And this was the first time in history that the IWGP World Champion, which is Konosuke Takeshita currently, after winning the G1 tournament this year, goes up against the CML World Heavyweight Champion in Claudio Castagnoli ever. So the first time those two companies have faced off against each other, the top champs. And it was a big occasion, and the match did not disappoint. This has also been one of our matches of the tournament this year. I don't think it was personally as good as the Kevin Knight Kyle Fletcher match personally, but this match went right to the wire. It was an excellent match, excellent feat of strength following their Battle of the Belts match a few years ago, and both guys honestly left it all in the ring. And the big shock of this match was it was our first draw of the Continental Classic this week and all tournament. So this means both guys are still level pegging and still leading their respective Blue League. But also, the main thing to talk about the match was the guys did not stop fighting after the bell, being needed to be separated by their respective factions. I do not believe this feud is over in the future. But also the match, the fact that if this feud is not over is great news to us fans and spectators, because frankly, the match was masterpiece of wrestling, and if you've not seen it yet, do yourself a favor and watch this match, because this was honestly one of our matches of the tournament and one of our TV matches of the year in my opinion. Now, our final Continental Classic match for the week is in the Gold League, with Speedball Mike Bailey pulling double duty this week against his tag team partner Kevin Knight. Now, both guys have got match of the tournament contenders already against the same guy in Kyle Fletcher. Now, both guys at this point were sitting on 3 points each. Respect was still shown and given between both guys, and there was no threat of disruption or disrespect or whatever between the tag team. And the match did not disappoint, with high agility, high speed, high air spots, and specifically, again, another great show by Kevin Knight with another phenomenal coast-to-coast hitting Speedball Mike Bailey, but Speedball Mike Bailey's experience being just enough to get him over the edge, and Speedball Mike Bailey being able to get 6 points, now triple 6-point leaders in the Gold League. Kyle Fletcher, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kazuchika Okada, the current champion. The Gold League's getting really tight, but as I say that, we should not really forget about what Kevin Knight has done in this tournament for his debut, because frankly, it has been phenomenal and he deserves all the credit in the world. Phenomenal match by the tag team here, and once again, Kevin Knight is one for the future. Now, before we go, here are the Gold League current standing. Yes, there are 3 people on 6 points, with Kazuchika Okada, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Kyle Fletcher previously mentioned. Now, Jack Perry is still sitting on 0 points. Kevin Knight on 3. And Pac also on 3. Now, over to the Blue League. We still have Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli. Joint leaders now on 7 points with the only draw of the tournament. Jon Moxley is in second place. Roderick Strong is still on 0 points. Mascara Dorada got the shock upset win over Claudio Castagnoli. And Orange Cassidy is sitting on 3 points. The third week of the Continental Classic wrapping up means we're getting ever closer to the semi-final and final in the same night on World's End. In about 2 weeks' time, we'll be crowning a new or possibly retaining Continental Champion, and the tournament is getting better and better each week. Less matches, so there's less chance of people going through, so it's really heating up. That draw in the Blue League is really a big deal, and the Gold League with 3-way tie going forward, it can get very tight and very unexpected. Keep an eye on the tournament, and we'll be back next week to give another roundup.